Hey, it's me again. What up? Yes, I have this icy on. Yes, it is that serious because yes, it is that cold. Colder than, and I'm in Florida of all places. I'm in Florida. What month is it? It's November, ain't it? I mean, it makes sense since Florida do usually get cold around this time, but the heat need to come back. I'm not fucking with this at all. But anyways, superhuman era. I have one singular superhuman era video on this channel, and that is going to change. We need to talk about Ivan because he throws me off so much. I know that the story is finished for some people. Do not spoil me. This is for my webtoon readers, my niggas. We got to talk about Ivan. I fast passed, by the way. Spoilers. You've been warned. Ivan, what's up with bro? Cause originally when it was first introduced that there was someone going around collecting the corpses of Xenos and of superhumans and stuff, and then I was already like, okay, what is going on? Because this is not a Xenoterran. If it was a Xenoterran taking the corpses and stuff, I feel like a Xenoterran is not going to go and take a superhuman's corpse. If they wanted to do that, they would have been going around trying to kidnap alive ones because they have that much run-ins. For one to be sitting in the background waiting for a superhuman to die and then taking them, it's like, So I was already under the impression like, okay, it's a superhuman. But then we learned that he's also taking the torsos from human beings and he's taking different body parts from different people, but it's mainly torsos. He'll dismember the body. He'll leave the limbs, take the torso with him. What the fuck? I was at the edge of my seat because I'm like, okay, we got a serial killer superhuman. I'm in for it because I was wondering what is going on. Like, an evil superhuman just needed to show up eventually. You feel me? There needed to be one because if a story was just like, like how One Piece is, where it's like, pirates are good guys, world government is bad guys, that would be bland. So One Piece flips it where it's like, is the world government really bad? Because I guarantee you, the ancient kingdom was probably bad, but that's a topic for another story. Niggas ain't ready to hear that. We get introduced, so all this and then we get introduced to the fact that, okay, there's a serial killer on the loose. We don't know what he's doing with the Xenoterran corpses, though. We don't know. We didn't know at that point. We know now. This nigga's crazy. But then there was the bar. There was the bar where Ivan worked at. And when he's talking to the pub owner and he's sitting there explaining like everything that he's doing, his vibe was like, yeah, he's not fully there. And the way, before I even say, I'm gonna just give it the speech that he gave where he's talking to bro and he's like, I'm simply just, this piece of work right here, this nigga. And he's holding Faber and he's like, yeah, I thought he was a superhuman, so I went and kidnapped him. And his conversation with Faber where he was intrigued by Faber because he thought that Faber was like a superhuman and everything like that, just hiding his powers, or he was just another serial killer. He wasn't intending on killing Faber simply because he took such an interest in him. So when Faber was sitting there and he begged for his life, when he broke character, Ivan was like, I've lost all interest. Killed him right then and there. You get the assumption like he's so far gone in his head, he's not there. Where if you seem too bland, if you don't have anything to you, he'll kill you right then and there. And then when he's talking to the bartender, he's explaining how he goes about using his powers, where I think it's confirmed actually that his power, his actual superhuman ability is to bring back the dead. But before I was like, is that his ability or is that just something he knows how to do? Like Gin in Hunter x Hunter, where he's copying people Nen abilities, but it's not his ability. It's just something he knows how to do because he knows Nen that much. So he's sitting there and he's like, yeah, I mean, all I'm doing, I have a hobby where I'm going around, I kill these people, and it's not like I'm wasting their lives. I'm doing it for a better cause. I'm bringing back people worth bringing back. Yeah, it costs a couple lives, but so what? So what? People should see me as like a god in this new world order. And that God complex is also brought up again when he's talking to Jane, and she's like, yeah, you have a superhuman ability amongst nature and everything like that, but that don't give you the right to just be going around killing innocent people. And he's like, innocent? Okay. And when he's talking to Pearl, he also says when he was taking Gellin home, well, when he was trying to take Gellin home, it ain't turned out that way. When he was trying to take Gellin home, he said, yeah, I don't know why he ran away from me. His savior. Why would he run away from me? He's too disloyal. I'm gonna take him back, and maybe I'll just have to kill him again. Maybe. It's like you get the feeling because he has this power. I don't know whether it's psychopath or sociopath. Where sociopath, they're psychopaths, but they weren't born like that. Psychopaths, they was born like that. I feel like maybe though it's just sociopath, because when he was talking and he brought up like, when they're like, what's the reason behind this? He's like, I don't know, revenge, blah blah blah, something. It could be a lot of things. And then when Jane said something about like how he's taking innocent lives, and he's like, innocent? Maybe there's a backstory to all this, because nobody just goes around, nobody's born just doing that. You have to eventually like develop a mind where it's like, you not worth this, so I'm gonna kill you and give your life meaning to a bigger cause by bringing somebody back that's actually worth living. And still, I don't know what he's doing it for, because what he's doing with these bodies, it's not like they remember anything from their past lives. In fact, how he goes about it, he calls them friends. They're really soldiers. They can't really talk. They have no personality, no memories, no sense of self. All they know is Ivan. So that's why he has the gall to call people to say that, I'm their saviors. That's how they see him. They only know Ivan when they reborn by Ivan. And then I don't know. He's mixing the Xenoterran body parts with the superhuman body parts. He's not bringing back He's not bringing back regular superhumans. I mean, regular humans. He's only bringing back the superhumans. So, is it a thing where he feels like superhumans are the only species worth bringing back? But then, if you think about it like that, you have to also think about it like, why are you bringing back Xenoterrans too? Because he brought back a Xenoterran as well. So, is it that you're not? Is it humanity that's cattle, and superhuman and Xenoterrans are the only ones? And he's sort of going about in a weird way where he's like, I want to have y'all be able to coexist with each other, and I'm the median that's making that dream possible. But in order to make that dream possible, some of you niggas gotta go. Some of humans have to go. But who cares, as long as the superhumans and the people who are actually interested, because keep in mind, he only cares about people that's interested. Faber lost his life because he stopped being interested. The bartender would have lost his life if he begged for his life, because that's not interesting. That's interesting. That's crazy. And what really throws me off though is the battle that's just now concluding in a way, where when the Xenoterrans invaded, to Kang's school and everything and all that, all the, well, not all, but like a majority of the major superhumans all showed up there. Ivan showed up there as well. Ivan did nothing. I'm talking about Gramps sent a bankroll to Thug. Kang sent a bankroll to Thug. Black Cap sent a bankroll to Thug. Saint Pearl and Carol sent a crazy bankroll to Thug. Ivan ain't sent no bankroll to Thug. Like, he did nothing. He did nothing the entire fight except provide commentary about, ooh, should I kill him? No, let me get out the way. No, let them fight it out. Let's let everybody else fight it out. And then once everything's done, we'll collect what we need to collect. Get the fuck up out of here. But he's basing all his moves. No, I'm gonna talk about Shorty in a little bit. But he's at the battle, and I don't know. I feel like if this hasn't been outright stated, I'm gonna just say that I feel like, I know when it comes to Xenoterrans, they sort of have like this disgust for superhumans. It's ringing in their head, kind of. I don't know if it's the same with superhumans. I don't know. I feel like when it comes to superhumans, they all have, even if they're not the most morally adjusted, or if they're not like trying to save lives or anything, even if that's not the case, when they seen a Xenoterran, I feel like they just have the natural response, like, ew, I need, you shouldn't be here. Like, that's how it was with Ketchup Man. Ketchup Man was not trying to be no superhero for real, but he was forced to play his hand. Ivan was there with Behemoth. Behemoth forced Black Cap out of the shadows, forced Gramps, Black Cat, and forced Kang to reveal his actual ability. Ivan was in the midst, right there watching the whole time, and did nothing. He ain't make a move until the battle was over because he was like, all right, everybody's tired. Let's go get White Cap. He seems exhausted. We can take him out right now, and we'll use his body later. So what I feel like, in a way, he's like Blackbeard. He's like Blackbeard to me. He's a Blackbeard type character, where I don't think Ivan is really strong. I'm sorry, I don't. Even when he talks about, like, when he gets into it with Jane and Pearl and everything like that, and he's like, it'll probably take 8% or so of our power, but we'll win. It'll just be a lot of casualties. And you know how Blackbeard, when he's getting into it with people, and he's like, I could probably win, but nah, I'm not ready for this yet. No. Oh, I almost slipped up and spoiled. But when he's talking like that, it's like, okay, they're strong. They just don't take that risk. They won't take that risk. They're not clouded by their emotions so much to make an irrational decision that throws off the plan. Ivan has a plan. I don't know what the plan is. He has a plan though, and he's just not willing to take any unnecessary battles, where, in a similar way to how Blackbeard had to sort of negotiate with Aokiji to have Aokiji unfreeze his men, Ivan, when he seen Pearl pull up to save Gellin, he was like, how about we conversate the way that we are conversating right now? How about we just talk it out? Because I don't really feel like fighting you. I don't want to have to fight you. And then when they actually start throwing him, he like, yeah, I gotta figure out a deal right now. I really don't want to fight him. He don't want smoke for real. And then at the end of the battle, when he's talking to everybody, he's like, when he initially fought Black Cap probably would have killed him right there. He actually wasn't even wanting to take that fight because he like, he looked like he recovered a bit. I don't want to fight you. You're a little too strong. But when he had all of his army with him, and then Black Cap is looking a little bit injured. He's looking a little bit injured, and he's like, I know your abilities already. I'm willing to kill you with him and him. Because he's seen Gramps, and he's like, yeah, I know all three of y'all abilities. I could kill all y'all right here, and I'll be perfectly fine. He wasn't thwarted by anything until Mr. Basilov and my boy pulls up and he's like, ooh, I don't know y'all. Too much variables. Let me get up out of here. So what the fuck is going on with Ivan? What is I'm thinking that's his goal, where it's like he's trying to get, in a sick way, he's trying to make a world where it's only the people that he deems worth living, and he'll sacrifice any other soul to bring back the people that's worth living. Because if a superhuman dies or anything like that and he deems it too early, he's like, ooh, you didn't live out what you could have been. I got you. But then why are you mixing body parts? Because why did that superhuman that had fought Peril have the scorpion tail from a Xenoterran? Are you trying to make a whole new species? That's what I'm saying. It's a whole new world where, in a weird way, I feel like he's going to get an ally in that government, because there's a government member that doesn't like superhumans. He finds them disgusting. But he also finds Xenoterrans as equally as disgusting. And I don't even know if he fuck with humans either. He's like Abel from Ordeal. So them two might actually end up collabing together if they're not already collabed. And if that's the case, then him having an ally in the government where they send out the superhumans on their missions, that's bad. Because he already has Carol, shorty that can tell the future. Carol is such a big part of his plan. He let Galen go away, because without Carol, he wouldn't know where to be in these moments. He wouldn't, because Carol was the one that, if Carol didn't tell him to go to that airport, to fly all the way to China to see the battle happen, he wouldn't have went. Because he went there and he already was like, ooh, Carol already told us that we surviving. It's just that humanity itself right here, they most likely all finna die. So this is open season for me. Like, I don't know. He's a Blackbeard type character, and I don't know where his plan is going. This was really just me spitballing everything we know about him for real. But I don't know where it's all going to end up. I don't know where he's going to end up placing when it comes to the big bads of Superhuman era, because we need to take out the Xenoterran boss. At the end of it all, we need to take them down. That's the biggest threat right now. But will it be like how it is with why do I keep bringing up One Piece? But it's so similar. Will it be like how we feel like Blackbeard may be the bigger antagonist than Emu? Is this nigga Ivan a bigger antagonist than the boss of the Xenoterrans? We need to see more. We need to see more. I don't know. He's throwing me off bad though. He really throws me off. Yeah, that's all I had to say. More Superhuman era content come out as the chapters drop and all that. Probably, maybe. It's hard to make these thumbnails. Your boy say, though, I'm out.